Hi guys, and welcome back to Tech Anorak. So Motorola have been kind to me again and sent me some new phones. So we've got the Moto G9 Play, the Moto Edge. It's not the Edge Plus, it's the, we'll go through the specs, but it's a nice device. And the Moto G9 Plus. So they all came out in 2020, and we'll go over some basic specs. I'm going to do a full in-depth review on each. That will probably take me, a week or so. Okay, so the G9 Play is currently still available in the UK. It's £128 on Amazon. It's a 6.5-inch IPS screen, and it's a 720 times 1600 pixel density, so 269 ppi, so 720p panel. It's got the Snapdragon 662 and the Adreno 610 GPU. It's 64 gig of RAM, 64 gig of storage and 4 gig of RAM, my version. Also comes in a 128 gig variant with micro SD expansion. Moto phones, it's normally up to 512 gig, the storage that you can expand it by with an SD card. And this can do 1080p 30/60 on the reverse camera, or reverse cameras. It's got an 8 megapixel front facing camera that can do 1080p 30. It's got headphone jack, loudspeaker. So it's a single firing loudspeaker from here. It's not stereo speakers. It does have USB-C though, which is nice, because the E6S, which was a budget model from last year, that just had the old school micro USB. So nice that this has got USB-C. It's got Bluetooth 5.0, Wi-Fi, AB, GN, AC, no Wi-Fi 6, but it's a budget device. USB-C 2.0. Again, slower, but it's fine. It's NFC on board if you want to use it for payments, etc. It's a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. I know all the Moto scanners are really quick, so that's nice to have. Big selling points for this: 720p screen, a 5000 milliamp hour battery like the G8 Power that we reviewed recently, and it has fast charging of 20 watt, which is included within the box. It doesn't give an endurance rating, but I'm going to think this is 130, 140 hours endurance rating on normally the way that GSM Arena test, because a 720p screen is not going to run the battery down as much as a 1080p panel. And I know that the G8 Power that I reviewed recently, similar chipset, same 5000 milliamp hour battery, and that got 136 hours endurance rating. Okay, so the Moto Edge, this is a really interesting one for me. So it's 90 Hz display, reminds me of Samsung devices like the S6 Edge that came out originally, that started this sort of craze off. And I've been using all three for the last few days, just getting used to them, but this is a lovely phone. So this has got, as I said, a 90 Hz refresh rate, and it's a 6.7-inch panel, 1080 by 2340 pixels, and a pixel density of 385 ppi, so it's full HD plus basically. It's Gorilla Glass 5. All these are on Android 11, by the way, guys, now. I didn't mention for this one. But something that's interesting to me, it's got the same chipset as the Google Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G. It's a Snapdragon 765, and it's the 5G chip on a 7nm process. I've never used a 5G phone, so I'm going to slap my SIM card in this, take myself to Manchester, which is my nearest biggest city, and see how we do. See if it's any quicker than 4G, and I'm sure it will be. It's an Adreno 620 GPU. So this is 128 gig with 4 gig of RAM, the model I've got. Oh, let me check that. I think it's actually 6 gig. So this is a good app if you ever need, guys. CPU-X. So I think it's actually got more than that. So, sorry, that's a CPU, but confirms 765G, as we said. And there's your GPU, Adreno 620. And memory. All right, so my variant's got, 128 gig internal and 6 gig of RAM. And so it's UFS 2.1, so slightly faster than this guy, but it's the same speed as the Pixel 4a that I've got. It's not the fastest 3.1, UFS 3.1. Okay, let's keep it moving. So it's got, on the rear, we've got a 64 megapixel wide angle camera, as that confirms. And it's a 8 megapixel telephoto, so 2 times optical zoom, and a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera that also has TOF 3D, so a depth sensor for portrait shots and bokeh blur, etc. And it can do 4K, 30, 1080p, 30 and 60 frames per second. The front facing camera here, like to see them in the corner again, like the Google Pixel. I've got used to that on my 4a. And it's a 25 megapixel wide angle camera, HDR, 1080p, 30. It's got stereo speakers, they're nice and loud. Still got a headphone jack. Look how thin this phone is, guys. So these companies that say, oh, we've not got enough room for the headphone jack, that's got enough room. I mean, all Moto phones have a headphone jack, but that's a skinny little phone there if you look, for a 6.7 inch device, and they've managed to squeeze it in. So guys who like the headphone jack, there's no excuse there for me. Okay, that Moto ringtone, it's I think they know that they're an old school name, so I don't know if that's like a Moto tone or what. All right, guys, so stereo speakers, like I said, it's got same Wi-Fi 802.11 ABGN AC. It's not got Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.1, NFC again. It's under screen fingerprint. I'll show you this, guys. It's pretty quick. Boom. So it's not ultrasonic or anything, but I'll show you again. It's nice and quick. You can tap to wake as well. Boom, you're in. Not bad. It's 4,500 milliamp hour battery and 18 watt fast charging. So again, it's very thin, this phone, but long, I suppose. So it's nice to still fit a big battery in there. And this has got an endurance rating of 102 hours. Okay, then the G9 Plus. Oh, sorry, guys, this one, it's probably a bit hard to get now. I'd say it's $300 to $500 on Amazon UK, $520. I think this is more of an enthusiast sort of phone, but when this came out, it's a shame it didn't do a bit better, because it's a nice rival to something like the S21 or the Pixel 5, and it's just something a bit different. I really like it. Okay, sorry guys, so the Moto G9 Plus, so again, still available in the UK. It's currently £209 on Amazon. It's 128 gig of storage, 4 gig of RAM. And I've jumped into that a bit quick, but never mind. It's a 6.81 inch screen with 1080 times 2400 pixels, 386 ppi, so it's actually higher res than this one. It's got the same chipset, which is interesting to me, as my Pixel 4a, so the 730G. And I'm just going to grab my Pixel, guys. So yeah, here's my Pixel. Both got a 730G. I mean, my Pixel could live in there near enough, it's pretty tiny. But yeah, just thought I'd give my Pixel some love. I've not shown it on the channel for a few weeks. Okay, sorry guys, so yeah, same experience in terms of the gaming I would have thought you're going to get as my Pixel. They are pretty much stock Android, these Moto phones, so it's going to be pretty smooth with that chip, but it probably won't be the same level as my Pixel in terms of you know, buttery smoothness, but we'll judge that in a week or so. And sorry, yeah, so 730G, 8nm chip, and it's the Adreno 618 GPU. And we've already confirmed the memory and the RAM. So cameras, we've got a 64 megapixel wide camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide. It's sliding away, this, guys. And a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth. So we'll test those two out. The depth camera is probably good for bokeh again and portraits. I believe the macro cameras, they're a bit of a afterthought just to show, oh, we've got 4 cameras on there. But yeah, it's a nice camera array, looks pretty smart, a bit different. And on the front, we've got a 16 megapixel standard camera. It's not a wide angle front facing camera, but it's HDR again and does 1080/30. It's got stereo speakers and yeah, again, headphone jack, which I've shown you. Same Wi-Fi again, it's not got Wi-Fi 6, but should be fine. Bluetooth 5.0. Oh, they've all got FM radio. Presume you'd have to plug in a headset to use that, but they've all got that if you're interested. It's a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, so very accurate again. I'll show you this, guys. There's also your lock button, so I've locked it. Boom, we're in. You know, it doesn't take much. I've accidentally touched it a couple of times there and we're in, so nice and fast. A lot of people like it there. Just, you know, pick it up, dead easy. I like the rear facing ones as well. I think they're good. Okay, and this has got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 30 watt fast charging, so very fast actually, that's good. Normally Motos are 18 or 20 watt as the other two are, so that's nice. And yeah, I'm expecting again a big endurance rating on this one, so GSM Arena gives it 136 hours. Okay guys, so just a quick one today. You know, again, thanks to Motorola for letting me have a new set of phones. They must have liked my reviews of the older phones from a few weeks ago. And yeah, I'll create some content soon on these. If you want to see anything from these phones, if you want me to test anything specifically, if you could put it in the comments, guys. You know, I'm here to help. I've got my normal Call of Duty. I'm going to test Genshin Impact on this one. Same here. I've got PUBG and Asphalt 9 as well. I don't think these two are going to have much problems playing stuff. This will probably do okay as well, going off my other Motorola's I've reviewed recently. Yeah, we can do a camera comparison and I'll just test every feature. But like I say, if there's anything you want me to go over, guys, if there's anything you're interested in, put it in the comments. I'm always here to help. Okay, well, catch you on the next one, guys. Just a quick one today, like I say, just to introduce these phones. And I'll see you on the next one. Tech Anorak out. Take care.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.